Good morning, everybody. Sorry I was late. I was trying to get my Bluetooth to connect. Merry Christmas. See who's in here. Lisa, 420. Andrew, Linda. Hope y'all all are doing well. Having a good Christmas Eve morning. I just wanted to pop in and say hey and drink a cup of coffee with you all. I can't be on here long. My little pygmy goat keeps breaking out of the fence. She's hormonal again, and she has about drove me crazy, y'all. Yesterday, I looked out the window, and here was some old man standing with my goat. So I went outside. I grabbed a leash, and she had went down to this little trailer park down the road to this old man's house. Yes. And she followed him back up here. He walked up here so that she would come back. So yesterday, I was over there with her, and I watched her climb that fence and jump it. She got out 3 different times, so I had to put her up. I just let her out this morning, so I'm keeping an eye on her. Thank God she won't be in heat too long. It only lasts like 36 hours, but she goes in her heat cycle every 3 weeks. Merry Christmas, Katie. Shine on. Woo, it's Christmas Day. Is it Christmas Day there? I forget about the time difference. It's Christmas Eve here. Well, Christmas Eve morning. And I still haven't wrapped my son's presents or anybody else's. So my hubby, he's gone right now. And the reason I hadn't done it, I keep forgetting to get Scotch tape. And I was completely out. I've looked everywhere. So he's supposed to bring me some back. And I'm going to wrap his presents. Alex says, ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everyone. Denise, Merry Christmas and God's blessings on you and yours. Loves and hugs to all. Oh, that was so nice. Merry Christmas to you, too. I shared a channel this morning on my community post, and the kids can track Santa. It's pretty cool. And yesterday, it had a real Santa in a sleigh and reindeer taking off. It was so cool. I'm a big kid, y'all. I've been watching all kinds of Christmas movies. I watched The Grinch again last night. I love the Grinch movie. Sadly, there's a lot of Grinches in real life, and their hearts never do warm. Hey, Shug. About missed you in the chat. All this daggone drama going on YouTube during Christmas season's craziness. It's sad. It bothered me. I hope everybody can forget about it till Christmas is over at least. You've been very sick, Shug? I'm sorry to hear that. I love your name, 420 Scrapping. Oh, thank you, Denise. Thank you for stopping by. There was a few more people live this morning. So I figured I would jump on and wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Just see what y'all was doing. My plans are I'm going to go to my Granny Betty's later this evening sometime. And that's about it. My son will be here tomorrow. He wanted to spend Christmas Eve with his dad. I wasn't too happy about it, but I didn't say anything. Usually he's with me on Christmas Eve, so I didn't say anything to him. Plus his birthday is the 29th. He'll be 13. Can't believe he's going to be 13. Hey, Blondie Beth, how are you? Merry Christmas. Linda, I don't even know what's going on, but I hope it gets better. Hey, it's too much going on to even comprehend. Seriously. Merry Christmas, Cricket. Shine on, my girls track Santa too. They fell asleep as he hit Queensland. Oh, that's so cool. I wish they'd have had that back when I was little. But back when I was little, my mom used to buy these really cool cards, and it was like a letter from Santa, the little envelope and everything. And I can remember her doing that a couple years, and we would get letters in the mail from Santa. We really thought they were from Santa. They looked legit. I think I believed in Santa Claus up until I was probably 8 or 9 years old, maybe. I don't know. I don't think my son still believes in Santa. That's for sure. He hasn't in a couple years. I never did tell him Santa wasn't real. He figured it out on his own. Poor save Robbie. He said that traumatized him. Um, Finding out Santa wasn't real when he was little because he just believed so much in him. This is the first Christmas I've celebrated since converting. This year, I have my 10 and 13-year girls, so mega excited. Oh, well, that's good. Hope y'all have a great Christmas together. Lisa, I was like 8 or 9 when you stopped believing in Santa. Poor Twinny, my daughter knows better now at 12, but still plays along. Yeah, I still try to pull this presents from Santa too on my son, but he knows better. Hey, faithful one. She says, hey, everyone, rushing around. I'm going to my daughter's for Christmas Eve. Oh, well, have fun and be safe. I never believed in Santa. My mom thought it was silly. Yeah, like some people, I went to school with, well, it was actually my principal. I went to school with his son. You know, they were Jehovah's Witness. They didn't celebrate Christmas. But they still got them some gifts, so that don't even make sense to me. Well, each their own, I guess. Joshy just told Andrew to not insult his intelligence about Santa being real. I wish Santa was real. But there really was a Saint Nick. I do know that. I've never looked into the whole story about Saint Nick. It would be interesting to do. Saint Nick, Saint Nicholas, Kris Kringle. He was an early Christian bishop of the ancient Greek maritime city of Myra in Asia Minor during the time of the Roman Empire. So there was many miracles attributed to him. He is also known as Nicholas the Wonder Worker. Wow. Cumbersome. Merry Christmas. Cricket. There was a little boy in my son's kindergarten class that told me I was going to hell for believing in Santa Claus. Oh my God. Oh, I would have my son's butt if he said something like that to someone. My goodness. Some kids, oh gosh, they just say whatever is on their mind, whether it hurts your feelings or not. I always tell my son there is a such thing as being too honest, and you can be too honest and hurt people's feelings. That's not necessary, because he has a habit of being way too honest and just saying whatever, which that's good to speak your mind. You can speak your mind and not hurt somebody's feelings. You know, this kid was a hoot for sure. Oh my goodness. My little cousin. He was raised in church, and he would go around preaching the Lord's word everywhere. It was so cute. He would sing in church. He still sings in church. He's a good singer. Crap, I forgot my cigarettes. Well, crap. Let me peep out the window and see if I can see my goat. I don't see her. I'm so worried she's going to jump that fence again. So, I know we probably shouldn't talk about true crime on Christmas Eve, but I saw that Heidi Broussard's mother had said a few things about her daughter's death. I'll see if I can find it. I feel so bad for her family right now, and her little boy. He's wondering where she's at. When speaking of kids being outspoken, I had a friend that got killed in a car accident. His son was born the day before my son. When his daddy got killed, bless his little heart, he would say, he was kind of a little bit of a mean little kid. He'd say, "Them damn angels took my daddy away." That's what he would say. It was so sad. But I thought I got notified last night. Let me see if I can find that. People Magazine had an article on Heidi Broussard's mom gave a statement to him. Let me see if I can find it. It was sad. But anyway, she was saying that Heidi and, of course, that Megan girl had been friends for a long time. But she said that she always got an uneasy feeling from that Megan girl. And her instincts were right. Okay, right here it is. Heidi Broussard's mother says the kidnapper allegedly wanted the baby. Okay. The mom of a slain Texas mother, Heidi Broussard, is opening up about the relationship between her daughter and the woman accused of kidnapping her and her baby. Tammy Broussard tells people her 33-year-old daughter was close friends with Megan Fieramusca, who is accused of kidnapping the mom and newborn girl, Margot, on December 12th. Her body was found Thursday night, allegedly at Megan's Houston area home. Megan, also 33, was charged Friday with 2 counts of kidnapping, 1 count of tampering with the corpse. She has not entered pleas to the charges. Megan was allegedly strangled. This is what Heidi's mother says. She was supposedly Heidi's friend for a long time, explains Tammy Broussard. Heidi had so many friends. Everybody loved her. We thought Megan loved her too, but evidently that wasn't the case. She wanted Margot, is what she wanted. She adds, but the thing is, I was uneasy with her, and I had been from the beginning of her friendship with Heidi. DNA tests are still pending on a baby recovered from Megan Fieramusca's home. Now, last night I was sent something that said that the baby was going to be reunited with Shane Carey, baby Margot. I made a community post, but I took it down because I couldn't verify that. The only thing I found was something on Facebook, but I couldn't find no news articles, and I didn't want to be wrong, so I took it down. Oh, hey, Southern Mom. Merry Christmas, girl. Hey, Florence. I didn't see y'all. I was looking down at my daggone phone reading. Shuck, I wish Santa was real and could make Christmas happy and safe for everyone. No violence all over the world. I know, Shuck. Me too. Me too. That's a great Christmas wish. Has it been verified, Lisa? Okay, well, I wasn't for sure. So it has been verified. And she was reunited with her father, Lisa. That's great. I'm glad. At least she's back with her family and loved ones. I can't imagine having to deal with a family member being murdered and stuff around the holidays, Thanksgiving or Christmas. Any time is bad, horrific, but I feel like it's worse on the families around the holidays because every year they're going to be thinking about this for the rest of their lives. I heard Megan's family called police on her to check on her. She was a friend of Heidi's. Shane's father said baby was coming home to him last night. Thank you, Sharon. They said that I read that she was holding Heidi's hand when Heidi gave birth to baby Margot. And the whole time that psycho bitch is sitting there in her head, knowing she's going to kidnap that baby in her and kill her the whole time. Hey, Mac and Cheese, Merry Christmas. Cricket, the preacher told my cousin's little girl she had a pretty little dress on. She looked at the preacher and said, thank you, but my mom says it's a bitch to iron. She almost died. Oh, my goodness. I bet she was embarrassed. That's funny. Oh, my goodness. My son, he's pretty blunt, too. I have to elbow him quite a bit. And Cece, she even called Tim on the search. Texas EquiSearch. I heard that she was calling, trying to get updates from the family and stuff, acting like she was concerned for Heidi. And the whole damn time she had Heidi's dead body in the trunk of her car and Heidi's baby in her house. So what's the deal with this Megan's partner? Did she have a roommate or a partner? I don't know what you would call him, a boyfriend. I don't think he was a husband. He was supposedly out of town, right? I wonder if he believed that Megan was pregnant. What kind of crazy person comes up with a scheme like that? Her mugshot, she looks like she's on something. Her eyes are about popped out of her damn head. And I saw other pictures of her, and her eyes didn't look like that. It's so scary that Megan flew under everyone's radar. Mac and Cheese, I read as soon as the FBI profilers came in, they said that it was someone that took her for the baby. So they started going, through everybody she was really close with, had contact with, and that's what led them to this Megan girl too. And plus, I think her family called in a tip. So all that combines what led them to her, I guess. She does. Megan looks so. Yeah, she looked like she was on something. But people that's suffering from a severe type of mental illness, they can look crazy eyed too. Because I've said this before, my grandfather was a paranoid schizophrenic. And when he had episodes, when he wouldn't take his medicine, his eyes looked like that. But his eyes would look real glassed over. She was on coke really bad, they said, real bad back in 2016, 2017. Well, she's definitely still on something. And I saw some kind of damn video on Plunder here on YouTube that was talking about that she could have put opioids in Megan's coffee or something. I don't know where they got that information from. I tried to look through some news articles and see if opiates was ever mentioned. I didn't see anything about that mentioned. It said the cause of death was strangulation. I don't know where they got that from. They must have got it from somewhere. But before all this, she was in the labor. Yeah, she had this planned out for a long time. And I believe Lisa said the other day in chat that she had been on some kind of site for baby clothes or something. So she might have been looking for someone when she done that. Lisa, what was it about that? She was on sites like where you sell used baby clothes or something. Sharon, yes, there's a lot of rumors. Yeah. That's why I was waiting for the facts to come out before I started dogging on Shane Carey, because they hadn't put out any evidence that he was connected yet. And something just kept holding me back from flat out accusing him. I mean, I was suspicious of him, and I said that. But, I was holding back from doing him like I do Fotis Dulos. I can't stand that man. I hope he has a shitty Christmas, Fotis. I shouldn't say that, but I really do. What he's done to Jennifer and the kids, Jennifer's family and friends, screw him. I think it was an ad on Craigslist. Thank you, Andrew. So she was looking for someone when she done that. Maybe she was looking for a baby to steal. She couldn't find one. And here her close friend was pregnant, so she decided to go that route. Andrew, I do. I hope Fotis has a shitty Christmas. He deserves to be by himself. He laid and waited for Jennifer to come home that morning so that he could murder her. He didn't have no care for his kids and how that might affect them or anyone else. He's a shitty person. He probably won't even get coal in his stocking. I hope Krampus visits Fotis Dulos for Christmas. I hope he gets a visit from Krampus. I remember that happening once before. A woman was buying baby clothes on Craigslist and got attacked. Yeah, it's not safe to advertise online anymore for yard sale stuff, especially if you're pregnant and stuff. And if you do it, and you want to go buy some used items, you need to take someone with you. You need to meet these people in a side of a restaurant or something. What are they doing about him killing Jennifer? I think they're still investigating. I also heard that they were waiting for some evidence to get back from the lab, Shug. I get really discouraged about this, about Jennifer's case. I feel like that he's going to get away with murder, but another part of me is like, they're going to get him one day. They have solved cases that's been 30 years old. So I feel like he'll be charged one day. I don't know what the hell they're waiting on. You would think that stuff from the lab would have been back. I mean, she's been gone since May. March or May, I forget which one. I think it was May 24th. Exact. March 24th one. It's been so long that I forgot. People Magazine's got all kinds of articles about Heidi's case. After slaying of Texas mom and recovery of her kidnapped baby, experts speak out on infant abductions. In the wake of the high-profile slaying of Heidi Broussard and the kidnapping of her baby daughter Margot, an expert on child abduction is speaking out about cases when a baby is taken. Robert Lowry, the vice president of Missing Children Division at the Virginia-based National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, says a stereotypical infant abduction often involves a female abductor and the murder of the mother. Wow. I was trying to see what else it says. Okay, one of Megan's friends said that when she last saw her, she was pregnant and due to deliver her baby within a week. Shreves, what's her name? Vicky Shreve says. Baramuska did not seem like someone who was about to give birth, she says. Okay, speaking generally about child abduction cases, Lowry says the motivation of these women who want an infant is almost always to preserve a relationship. They presented themselves as pregnant to a husband or boyfriend who they may be in a rocky relationship with to solidify the relationship in most cases. Crap, my headset disconnected. He says he has reviewed past cases in which the suspect even throws herself a baby shower, knowing all the while she was not pregnant. Lowry notes that in almost every case where a mother is killed for her baby, the perpetrator is a woman. The babies, once recovered, are often found in good condition. By and large, these sorts of abductions are always from residents, Lowry says. Lowry says the fact that Firamuska is accused of kidnapping Broussard as well as Margot is unusual. Typically, when we saw infant abductions like this, the mom would simply be murdered and the baby would be gone, he explains. When the mom is taken along with the baby, that doesn't happen quite as often. Lowry also says that in most cases, the alleged abductor is a stranger. Typically, they're strangers that do this or someone who knew the woman passively and they would disappear with the child, take the child out of state and raise the child as their own, he says. He continues, it's usually when the children start getting older that they start questioning this. In some of these cases, they've reached out to our center. This circumstance is a little unique because their relationship was close. If there's any consolation, the baby is alive, but it's devastating for the family. That was interesting. So usually when infants or people abduct infants because, trying to save a relationship, I guess they meant that they usually don't take the mother with them. They murder them right then and there. Madonna in Texas to do Craigslist or Marketplace exchange. Hey, that's dangerous. I don't know if she had an accomplice or not. I'm just wondering if this person that lived at the house with Megan, someone said yesterday it wasn't her husband, so her partner. I wonder if their relationship was rocky. That has to be why she done this. Sick individual. Rumor, Chris Green was renting Megan a room, did date each other, but relationship was over, so maybe she was trying to get back with him. And I'd say, Sharon, that's exactly what she was doing. Psycho. Yeah, she don't fit the profile I could choose, that's for sure. I can't believe she actually thought she's going to get away with that. People that do shit like that don't think right anyways. So in her sick mind, she probably thought she would get away with it, maybe move out of state with the baby. Who knows? She don't have to worry about having a baby anymore. Her ass is going to be behind bars. She may even get the death penalty. Probably will. She'll probably be sitting on death row with Darlie Routier. I don't think that woman's ever going to get off death row. Speaking of Darlie, we've not talked about her in a while. I've been watching a lot of Aileen Wuornos stuff. Aileen, however you pronounce it. I heard a guy interviewing her call her Aileen the other day. This guy that interviewed her right before she was put to death. We're going to talk about her after the holidays, and Betty Broderick. I've been watching a lot of Betty Broderick stuff. That's an interesting case. It makes you think, can someone push you to murder? Betty Broderick, she sure went crazy. Just Ellie, I'm curious how she thought she was going to pass a Caucasian baby off as mixed in a few months. I didn't know is her. I thought she was Caucasian. Mac and cheese. Betty Broderick is fascinating. Yeah, it's really a sad case. I mean, her whole life was her family and kids. Like, it's all she knowed. And when Dan left her husband left her and replaced her with somebody else, it like shattered her world and it just pushed her over the edge. P.S. The ID channel is doing a special on Eileen Wuornos. Oh, I know, Andrew. I can't wait to watch it. Have you ever watched The Life and Death of a Serial Killer? And it's about Eileen. And then they got the selling of a serial killer. Because after she was convicted, people took advantage of her. Had big book deals. Hell, even the cops was in on it. They was trying to get some kind of movie deal. Yes, I did see the movie Mac and Cheese. If you want to watch the Betty Broderick story, it's on YouTube. In good quality, too. And I've also watched the Eileen Wuornos movies. I've seen two different ones. There's an older one. That lady from Designing Women plays Eileen. And then there's the other one that's called Monster. It's pretty good. The next time I'm in Florida, I'm going to go to the Last Resort bar, the one that Eileen went to all the time. It's still open. And I'd like to go by the little motel room that her and her lover stayed at. Ty, as she called her. Yeah, it'll be fun discussing Betty Broderick Mac and Cheese because there's so much to talk about. She had 2 trials. The first one was a hung jury. The second one, she was convicted. She's still in prison. Yes, her parole hearings are on YouTube, Mac and Cheese. Her interviews with Oprah, all the other people that interviewed her. I've been looking for the full trial. I would love to watch the full trial, and I can only find clips. Andrew, that tie looked like a hedgehog. She really done Eileen bad, which everybody in Eileen's life betrayed her. I think Ty was a little bit more involved and knew a lot more about the murders than she said. She was just trying to save her own ass. There was some, actually, they were on surveillance camera, one of the last murders at a gas station. That guy's car was found not too far away. So Ty had to have been in his car and stuff. She had to have known. I'll have to go back and look at that video and see exactly what it said. But Eileen, she should have not been put to death. She was really, really mentally ill. She should have had life in prison. I mean, she did kill 7 men, you know. But I feel like Eileen was a product of her environment. She had been abused since she was a baby. Her grandparents raised her. Her grandmother was an alcoholic. Her grandfather would beat her with a belt buckle. Just a lot going on there. A lot going on. Cut a deal with the cops at the in Hollywood. Yeah, the cops was trying to get a movie deal too. They got busted. That was a real embarrassment for the police force. I do believe that the first man, Richard Mallory, that Eileen murdered. Now, he was a sex offender. I do believe that he raped her and beat her, and she shot him in self-defense. The rest of them, I think she shot because she had PTSD. She had just had enough. She had been abused all of her life by men. And I believe that's why she started killing. Now, before she was executed, she gave an interview and she admitted to all the murders, said that she lied on the witness stand and stuff, but I don't think she lied about Richard Mallory. I think that's what triggered her. Yeah, she had PTSD, Mel. And that's why all the other murders happened. That's what I believe. Now, she tried to say that Richard Mallory had just enough cash that she needed to rent a place for her and Ty at the time and to move, but I don't buy that. I don't think she killed those men just to rob them. I don't believe it. It was PTSD and flashbacks, I believe. Anyways, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I may do a live stream tonight. I'm not sure. If I do, I'll be on camera because I got a cute Christmas sweater to wear. But if not, I will see y'all in a couple days. Anyways, have a Merry Christmas. Thank you all for always supporting and watching. I love you all. Be kind. Peace.